Good evening. We are going to talk about business etiquette. What is a business etiquette? It is an expected behavior and expectation for individual actions within a society, a class, or a group. It also involves treating your co-workers and your workers with respect so you can develop a respectful environment of work. But why is a business etiquette important? Because it makes you stand out among people. It increases your chances of making success. It helps you know what to do or what to say. And the most important thing is it helps you to forge stronger business relationships. Okay, Italian etiquette. Italy is best known for its great pride because their inventiveness, imagination, intelligence, and education it is well prized. And also Italians, they value more relations, their personal relationship, so they take care more minusculely, and especially with families. Families are the most important affiliation in Italy.
The official name of Italy is Italian Republic. Your official language is Italian. Your capital is Rome, also called the Eternal City. The population is almost 7 million. Eating and reading. When they introduce shake hands with everyone present, could be men, women, or children. Shake hands again when leaving. Ladies should extend hands first to men. Friends may greet each other with a kiss on both cheeks. They use last names and appropriate titles until they are told that you able to use the first names. The females almost always use their maiden name, especially in business or in documents. Always maintain eye contact when he's talking. To become a waiter or waitress, he raises your index finger and you make eye contact. The Italians are known for using the most body language in the all Europe.
Culture. In Italy, you have to be always punctual to every meeting. So if you get delayed, you need to bring with yourself an explanation of why you came so late to the meeting. Business cards are always only presented in the first meeting, and when you get one, you need to look at them very carefully and keep it in your briefcase. In an entertainment, usually the diner situation are only for socializing, and in these cases, the drinks like cocktails aren't as common as in Mexico. If you are going to drink, you have to eat, or it's going to look suspicious or rare, like antisocial. I don't know. And hard drinking, like here in Mexico, that you get really wasted in the ground, it isn't acceptable. It doesn't look good. It makes you look unprofessional. Usually all guests arrive between 15 and 30 minutes late, like every Mexican usually takes time. But when the host always has to be eat first than the guest, and if you want to take another meal like the second plate of pasta, you need to wait until the host is asking to you if you want one, if you want it.
Okay, as we already know, Italians love wearing clothes, fancy clothes. So we know that they do have their own dress code, being a lot of formal wear. They do not care about spending a lot of money on their wardrobe. So, including if you go to any kind of little town that has not that much of an income, they will also accept doing a lot of their money for only their clothes. So, for example, if you are going to a fancy restaurant, you should always keep in check to have a jacket and a nice tie going with the outfit, so you can know that you're dressed for the occasion, since this is more etiquette for their business. Including all women and men should dress more elegantly, but on their own way, not that much of being a shower. So that's more of a kind they do in Italy. Okay, just so you know, you need to also know that the Italians are very generous people, so they will always have any kind of gift, so they can send it to the person that they are inviting. For example, these gifts should be beautifully wrapped, so they do care about most of these kind of things. So also open the gifts and show that you are excited for what you receive. So also when you're invited to someone's home, be sure to have any kind of gifts, so you can provide them, I don't know, some kind of chocolates or any kind of pastry that you liked, so they can know that you are generous to them. Also, one thing that you should know is that if you're gonna send flowers, you cannot do chrysanthemums or roses, since chrysanthemums are kind of a symbol of death, and roses are more a symbol of love. So you should not give those. Okay, so also regarding all those hints that we have already provided you need to also know that, for example, if an older person enters a room, you should always stand up, since more courtesy. Also, if you enter a building and you have a hat on, you need to remove it and have it somewhere that cannot be seen on your head, since this is not for any kind of good-looking person. Also, never remove your shoes in public. This is quite a disgusting thing to do in front of any person, so I wouldn't recommend you to do that. Refrain from asking any kind of personal questions, so the person that you're talking with doesn't feel uncomfortable in any kind of situation. If you have received a gift, please advise to send a thank you note or any kind of way to let the person that received you that you were grateful for all that they did, and that's actually it. Okay, by also checking this presentation that we have provided you with, you can see that, for example, Italians check more things like their kind of alcohol drinking. We know that Mexicans, they might take a little more than just one cup of beer or something like that. Also, we don't take that much on the side of being more any kind of person that does a lot of work on their wardrobe. They just a suit and that's all. And in Italy, they do more than that. They see any kind of accessories so they can implement a new outfit so it can look even better. For example, also doing maybe they are more generous in some way. They have their own ways of doing, but also Mexicans does them. For example, we do know that when one is eating here in Mexico, you say that, oh, enjoy the food or something like that. In Italy, they don't do that because they think it might be a little disrespectful to speak to someone that's already eating. And more likely, that's the major changes that they have with the culture, Mexican culture, and Italian culture.